there were certain inyonim in the Farbrengen, certain unique things in the Farbrengen. And I'll mention one of them. Actually, it's two, but it's two shnaim shenechad. And that is that the Rebbe mentioned people by name in the Siches. Like this, we know when the Rebbe spoke, even if he meant somebody, he wouldn't mention the name of a person. Here, the Rebbe mentioned twice the name of a person. And I'll go a little bit into details. The first one that the Rebbe mentioned by name was Redakter. He was an editor of the Morgenjournal. Meckler was his name. Why did the Rebbe? And he was there by the Farbrengen. Interesting. He was there by the Farbrengen. It was before the Farbrengen. We knew from the beginning of Farbrengen. We saw him sitting there, and people showed that this is Redakter Meckler, which means editor Meckler, the redactor, the editor of the Morgenjournal, from that newspaper. And the Rebbe mentioned him because the Rebbe spoke about the Sefer Hazichronos. Now, just to explain a little bit, Sefer Hazichronos is from the Frierdiker Rebbe, Zichronos that the Frierdiker Rebbe had from what he heard from his father and others, the beginning of Chassidus. The Alter Rebbe's father, the Baruch, and the whole, anybody who read the Sefer Hazichronos knows that. How was the Sefer Hazichronos done? The Frierdiker Rebbe didn't write it, actually. The Frierdiker Rebbe, this redactor, Meckler, used to come to the Frierdiker Rebbe from time to time, and he would sit inside the Rebbe. The Rebbe would, I don't know if he'd dictate or whatever, I don't know exactly what happened, but the Rebbe would tell him, and he would write down. There were certain things that the Frierdiker Rebbe wrote down himself, certain protim, certain teiros of the Baal Shem Tov, things like that, but most of it, he wrote it, and he wrote it in English. This newspaper is a newspaper in Yiddish, newspaper in Yiddish. So he would write, and it was printed in installments. From time to time, another installment. And when that was finished, came out, they put it into one Sefer, which actually was 2 volumes, 2 Sforim, called Sefer Hazichronos. It was written in Yiddish later. It's called, they translated into English, called the Lubavitch Rabbi's Memoirs, etc., etc. He was there by the Farbrengen. So the Rebbe spoke about the Sefer Hazichronos. And he said, das ist geschrieben durch Redakter Meckler. He mentioned his name, Meckler, and he was sitting there, and I looked at him, and he looked pretty satisfied that the Rebbe mentioned him in Farbrengen, which is something unique, something special. And the Rebbe spoke, and the Rebbe said, I don't remember again that maybe it's in the Siches, but the Rebbe said he's here, sitting here or not. I don't remember. I don't think so, but I'm not sure. Maybe he said he's here, but he was there. And the Rebbe explained one of the pieces in Sefer Hazichronos. And that was a word from the Baal Shem Tov that's mentioned there. And that is on the Posik that it starts off with the words, Yeda Yom Ba'aniyas Eise Melocha B'mayim Rabim. Yeda Yom Ba'aniyas means those that come down into the ocean, into the river with ships, with aniyas, and we'll see in a second. They do a lot of work B'mayim Rabim. So the Baal Shem Tov taught, Mayim Rabim goes on the Yeridas HaNeshama Beguf. The Neshama comes down to the body, the whole world is called Mayim Rabim. And we know that from other Mamorim Chassidus, that Mayim Rabim refers to the mighty waters of Elam Hazeh. And the Neshama comes down. But they come down by Aniyas. What does it mean it comes down by Aniyas? So the Baal Shem Tov taught that Aniyas has 2 pshatim. Aniyah has 2 pshatim. One pshat Aniyah is a ship. Another pshat is Meloshin Taniyah V'Aniyah, which means sorrow, shverika, and hardships. And there are 2 types. Some people come down in this world and the neshama is in Aniyah. What does a ship do? It protects you from the mighty waters, from the Mayim Rabim. So some people come down into this world, into the Mayim Rabim, but they come in a ship and they're protected. They do themselves Torah mitzvahs and the Torah mitzvahs protects us. But unfortunately, some people come down into this world and they're ba'aniyas, b'loshen taniyah ba'aniyah, which is sorrow, which is hardship. They come down in hardships and they don't have that protection. But the Baal Shem Tov says, the Posuk says, Eise Melocha B'mayim Rabim, that there are some people who do the Melocha. There are some people who are here, and what they do is they do the work to help the people who are here in the second Pshat, Taniyah V'Aniyah. And the Rebbe went into the details about these 3, and he said it comes out from here that there are 3 Eifanim you could come down to this world based on this posuk and Pshat the Baal Shem Tov. You have some people who come down are protected, they're Torah mitzvahs. Some people who come down, they're not protected, they don't do Torah mitzvahs. And then there's the 3rd level, which the person not only does himself, but he helps others. And the Rebbe went to Parichas to say what the hero from here is. The hero is that a person should know that Amalek Tzaitin, people would know in which level, in which darge, which category they are. People in Harim Madrege. Now we don't know in which category we are. So there's no way, but we have to help from others. No matter what we are, we don't know exactly where we are, so we have to help from others. Now, the same way we expect help from others, we have to help others too. Others need my help. And the Rebbe went on to say, helping other Yidden, etc., etc. And that was all to speak about what it says in Sefer Hazichronos, which was written by his redactor Meckler.